If you've ever been told by a man that you are too much, too complicated, too emotional, that you're asking for too much, that you're too needy, that you're too deep, I want you to know that you are none of those things. You are not too much, and he was simply just too small to worship you. There is a sacred power inside of you that was never meant to be understood by a small hearted man. That sacred power was meant to be revered, to be seen, to be honored, to be devoted to. But for so many powerful women, women like yourself, love has felt like shrinking. And here is exactly why. You have been attracting men that unconsciously want to contain your power, not co create with it. Because somewhere in your nervous system, in your emotional patterns, you learn if I want to be loved, I need to dim. If I want to keep him, I need to hold back my truth. If I want to be chosen, I cannot be too honest, too emotional, too intense, too magical. And so you started shape shifting, shrinking, suppressing, all so that this man would not feel threatened by the vastness of who you truly are. But baby, the one who is truly meant for you will never feel threatened. He will be activated because a truly devoted man does not need you to be less. He needs you to be fully you. The women that I work with, many of whom are deeply spiritual, high achieving, emotionally intelligent, have spent years being emotionally starved in their relationships, loved conditionally, only as long as they played it safe, kept the peace, or stayed one step below him at all times. And the moment they expressed a need, a wound, a truth, or a sacred standard, the man, poof, disappears. Or worse, he punished them for it. This is where different forms of abuse come in when it comes to men and our relationships with men and dating, where men start to develop resentment towards a woman and they do either overt things to suppress her or covert things to suppress her. All in all, this man desires for your self esteem to be diminished so that he can always feel like he has power over you. And with these women who experience this, myself included at one point in time, what they usually do is they will blame themselves, they will overanalyze the situation, they start to harden their hearts, and sometimes they even swear that they will never open up again. If this sounds like you, I want you to hear this message. There is nothing wrong with the way that you love. There is nothing wrong with the way that you feel. There is nothing wrong with the size of your emotions and the magnitude of your desires. You are not too much. You are simply too divine to be mishandled. But here's the real truth, and you may or may not want to hear it, but it's that you attract men who fear your bigness when you still fear it too. Where there are unconscious parts of yourself that still believe that love has to be earned by minimizing yourself. When there's a wound in your nervous system that expects rejection every time you're in your full feminine essence, when you still feel unsafe being fully seen, you will continue to attract men who mirror that. Not because you are broken, but because your soul is calling for you to heal. This is exactly why I created Deeply Loved, the sacred remembrance of your feminine power. Inside of this 3-day immersion and 21-day transformation, we go into the deepest roots of your attraction patterns and we rewrite the emotional blueprint that's been keeping you from receiving the man who is already looking for you. You'll learn how to embody the authentic dark feminine, the version of you that no longer shrinks, dims, or apologizes. You'll activate your authentic light feminine energy, the part of you that feels safe to be loved out loud, to express your heart, and to let yourself receive. And you'll awaken your lunar feminine, the wise, mystical feminine energy that calls in a man who is emotionally safe, spiritually awake, and fully ready to see you and serve you. This is for the woman who is done with begging, chasing, fixing, overgiving, and hoping, and ready to become a living prayer that calls the man that is meant for her home. If your heart is pounding, maybe you have some tears welling up in your eyes. If you know this message is for you, it's because your soul is ready to be deeply loved. Not in pieces, not in performance, not with pretense, but in your fullness, in your pleasure, in your divinity, in your storm, and in your softness. You are not too much. You are just finally ready to receive a man who can hold all of you. And inside of Deeply Loved, I will walk with you, guide you, and activate you into the woman he cannot look away from, because she is the answer he didn't even know he was praying for. So I want you to go now to the link below and join Deeply Loved. And if you're feeling called to go into a deeper transformation, you can also join me in the VIP tier, where you'll receive additional activations, powerful rituals, private coaching, and bonus programs that will take your manifestation of devoted love to another level. The love you desire is not far away. It's just waiting on you to rise into the woman who knows that she deserves it. Let's make this your love story. I'll see you on the inside.